Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm Sailor Solitaire and I post monthly tarot readings for each of the 12 signs. They are general readings, so be sure to watch your other signs, sun, rising, moon, etc. to get a more complete picture of what's going on for you in this month of April. It is a new year, a new astrological year. Aries marks the beginning of the zodiac. So, Happy New Year to you astro lovers. A very exciting time. April is filled with a bunch of stuff. We have in the middle of the month a full moon in Libra, and we have towards the end of the month a new moon in Taurus. We also have Venus still retrograde, moving at the beginning of the month into the sign of Pisces. And we have also Jupiter in Libra, and we have a few other planets retrograde. We have Pluto, Saturn, and Mercury retrograde. Anyways, I don't want to get too into that. This is mainly a tarot reading. And on that note, I do have an announcement. I will still be doing free readings, so if you still don't resonate with these readings, or you feel like you want to get more in depth and you have something specific that you want to know, you can send me an email, solitairethesailor@gmail.com, and I'll send you a recorded video of your personal reading. They are still 100% free, but I've noticed that I have a lot of readings to do, and I do have a day job. So I come home and I do the readings, and I really want to get in depth, and I get really into the readings, but then I realize, when the reading's done, that I was talking for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and I look at the clock and it's like 4 a.m. in the morning. So I will be now charging for readings longer than 5 to 10 minutes. For 20-minute readings, I'll be charging $25. For 30-minute readings, $30. And for an hour-long reading, I'll be charging $50. That is Canadian dollars, so it's not that much money, unless you're Canadian. Hi Leos, welcome to your reading. Exciting month for you. I hope you're all doing well. I feel like in this month of April, you are going to be pleasantly surprised with social interactions. You're going to be maybe given a surprise visit, surprise phone calls, surprise emails, something that will really brighten your face, brighten your mood, brighten your life. Towards the middle of the month, I do feel like you're going to feel like you need to do a lot more to impress people, and you feel almost like people are expecting a lot from you, and you feel the need to impress people. Especially towards the end of the month, you have the new moon in Taurus in your 10th house. So there's going to be a sort of spotlight on you in terms of your reputation, your status, your career. And you might be taking on more of a social or public responsibility. So it's going to start off this month being very good. You're going to be very graceful, and you're really going to love the social aspect and social interactions. It's going to be more friendly. And then closer towards the middle and the end of the month, you might feel like it's kind of like a lot of responsibility, and it's not, I wouldn't say it's a chore, but it's definitely not going to be as lighthearted and as carefree as the beginning of the month. So just a heads up for that. Okay, but let's see what the cards have to say for your reading here. Okay, Leo. Oopsies. Okay. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leos. Your first card, the heart of the matter, is, ooh, this 10 of Cups. Look at that. A very abundant, very generous card, very giving, and just, you know, a time of excess, but not in a bad way. There's just a lot for you. Your cup is like, literally, your cup is overflowing with blessings and good things, positivity, light, love and light. And it's giving you a sense of completion, a sense of contentment, and you're just feeling generous. You're feeling like you have a lot to give, and so you're going to be, again, giving a lot more of yourself and your time, maybe even money. But with this card being a Cups card, definitely in terms of your efforts, your attention, and your feelings, your time and effort, that's what you're going to be giving, because you feel, again, very generous and in a very giving mood. So, you know, again, it's going to be a very sociable time for you, a time for interacting with a lot of people, and it's going to be good. It's going to feel very productive, and you're not really going to feel like it's sucking the energy out of you. It's very perpetuating, it's self-sustaining, and you're going to be sort of riding off of the highs of everybody. And in the recent past, we have this 8 of Wands, a very beautiful card. So you've got, you know, a lot of color. You got the color coming in, the rainbow flash of lightning striking. And I do feel like in the recent past, you've maybe been feeling a bit down, uninspired, feeling like nothing is new, and you're kind of just overdue for a change, overdue for a change in direction, a change in environment, change of pace. And finally, you know, recently you've gotten that. You've been blessed with a new perspective, a new outlook, or maybe even literally a new place, a new environment, a new background setting for yourself and maybe for your family. Something is new. You've had a change recently, and now it's kind of refreshed you. It's revitalized you. It's woken you up. So it's almost like you've been going through life recently, just you know, almost bored, almost like, you know, you're getting restless, and then finally some sudden change happens to shake things up and to, you know, spice things up. So it's very good, and I do feel like you've done your part to allow this change to be a good one, and you haven't been really, you know, idly waiting. You've been to a certain point, you've been working hard, putting in an effort to facilitate a change in your life. And then, you know, I feel like you have grown a bit tired of waiting, but then suddenly, kind of when you were just about to give hope, something changed in your environment, and now, you know, you're back in the game, you're back in business, and you're almost like just watching the time go by, I feel like, and now something happened and you're ready. And this is maybe why, you know, you're just back in the game, you're ready, you're interacting with people, you're out there mingling, and you're just in a very good mood. You have a very positive energy, positive aura about you. And something for you to think about, ooh, is this 9 of Cups. So look at that. You have the 10 and the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups to me is a softer aspect of this 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups has the full spectrum of the rainbow, and it's just, you know, the light and the love is just bouncing off the walls. It's just everywhere. even though it is contained within the cups, it's just bouncing and, you know, it's just spreading all over the place. The Nine of Cups is more of a mellow card, more of a chilled out, still energy. And it's really contemplating what you desire, what you want. It even has the moon here, and the moon has to do with, you know, our intuition, with our the hidden nature of ourselves, that dark side of ourselves that we keep hidden. And the Nine of Cups is a good card. There's nothing scary about it. But I do feel like in this case, it's asking you to look deep inside yourself and to ask yourself what it is that you really want and what your heart truly desires. You know, instead of trying to please everybody, and instead of trying to just, you know, be as loud and as out there as possible, try to relax and take a moment to consider what it is that you actually want. Because I do feel like you've gotten that inspiration, that sudden change, and you feel like, you know, the gears are in motion and you've got the ball rolling again. And I feel like, you know, with that sudden energy, that burst of passion, that burst of energy, you know, the fire is now like lit underneath you and it's blasting off. I feel like you might forget to move in the right direction. You might be so happy that you're finally, you know, moving, that you kind of forget to pay attention to where you're actually moving towards, where you're actually going. And this Nine of Cups is reminding you that, you know, you're off on the right track. You're moving, you're getting things done. You have the ability, and, you know, what you want is within your grasp now. It's within your reach. But is it what you want? Are you actually moving towards your goals, what you want? Or are you just moving because you have all this energy? And the outcome card is this Three of Swords. Okay. So, again, I do feel like you're going to, I mean, I feel like for some of you, you're going to, again, be blasting off into space. You're going to be blasting off, taking off, and you're going to forget about where you're actually headed. You're going to be forgetting about what it is that you actually want. And, you know, for some of you, I feel like this could be going off, kind of dropping everything and going in one direction and forgetting about, you know, people that you're leaving behind, forgetting about the people in your life that you actually care about. And, you know, for some of you, on a more, you know, particular, specific situation, some of you might actually, you know, follow your passion, follow your dreams, but you might, you know, leave your partner or decide that that's not what you want anymore, and then you go off, and then you realize when you finally get there, since, you know, you've forgotten about what it is that truly makes your heart happy, you're going to realize how lonely you are. You're going to get that sudden inspiration, that sudden burst, and you might, you know, be on the right path in terms of your career and your social status, your finances, all the things that, you know, on paper are really good, and you're going to forget about what makes your heart happy. And even if you personally don't leave somebody, I feel like you might go off and focus on your passions, and then you are inadvertently hurting people around you. And this, you know, could not necessarily be about you. This could be about someone in your life that you're hurting. I mean, I definitely, with this card, get a sense of, okay, having all this passion, all this energy, and just picking up and changing direction. You know, it's like you're walking one way and you're like, you suddenly get distracted by something, maybe you see something shiny and you turn around and you just go follow that, and you forget where you were originally going, you forget where you came from, you forget what you actually want, because you're just moving with impulse, you're just going with, you know, you're following your intuition, you're following your gut, which is good. But at the same time, if you don't take a second to stop and think about what you're doing and to really consider what you want, and you know, if other people are involved, and you know, you're kind of Leos have a tendency, or have a bad reputation for being selfish, because you know, they are ruled by the sun, and you know, everything revolves around the sun. So Leos are notorious for being self-centered and self-involved. And I do feel like, you know, with this sudden inspiration, you're going to be in a good mood, you're going to be, you know, talking to people and being generous, but you might be forgetting about the people closest to you. And again, with that new moon in your 10th house for you Leo ascendants, in terms of your status, your career, you're going to be, you know, really making progress. But then for your close, intimate circle, your intimate relationships, there might be some hurt there. There might be some people feeling betrayed. So, I mean, just watch out for that. Don't overestimate your abilities, and the ability of people to stand by and be patient. I know that last month your message was to be patient, and you know, maybe for Leos, patience is kind of this unfamiliar concept, and you feel like, you know, other people are patient but you're not, and you might forget that, you know, it takes patience from other people as well. It's something that, you know, not only Leos struggle with, it's something that everyone struggles with, you know, being patient. And so your crowning card is the Tower. Okay, so again, there's a sudden strike, a sudden change, a sudden flash, a sudden lightning strike. Something is going to change. You might get uprooted. Something is going to there's going to be a major change in your life. So again, so the Tower is a major arcana card, and this has to do with disillusionment. This has to do with, you know, finally having the universe step in, and you know, having the universe cut all the fog, all the uncertainty, all the illusion that has been clouding you, that has been in your life. And it's kind of the universe putting you on a different path. It's literally picking you up and placing you somewhere else. And so I do feel like, you know, you might already be experiencing that, some of you. And for some of you, you're, if you haven't already recognized that, you know, you're going on this major change, then, you know, you're really going to notice it this month. And there's going to be no denying it, no escaping it. It's going to be so real and so so inescapable that you're finally going to have to accept it for what it is. So I do feel like there's going to be major changes this month for you Leos. I would focus on what you want, because, you know, there are major changes coming. So you know, can decide now what you want, decide who you can live without and who you can absolutely not live without. So think about, you know, what it is that your heart really wants, and make sure that you're putting in that effort into your relationships, so that when a major change does happen, and, you know, it's time for people to pick sides, to choose, you know, if they want to stay with you or leave, or if they want to support you or not support you, make sure that you're prepared for that, because it's going to happen this month at any moment. So you don't want to kind of push it aside, push those decisions and say, oh, I have I have time to mend my relationships. I have time to put in that effort. I have time to prove that I care about someone. I have time to show that I'm still here for them and that I'm dependable. Again, this is going to be a good time for, you know, your social status and for your career, but don't forget about your close relationships, and don't forget about the people around you, because someone, whether or not you or someone else, is going to end up heartbroken. And that might not be something that you're going to be able to live with. So on that note, stay strong, Leos. I hope to see you all in May. And, you know, don't be scared. Don't be too alarmed about this reading. It's going to be a good time for you socially and in terms of your career. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to check out your other signs, sun, moon, rising, to get a more complete picture of what's going on in this month. And don't forget to watch your love readings, which I'll be posting soon, to know what's going on in your love life. Send me an email if you have anything in particular, anything specific that you want to know, solitairethesailor@gmail.com. Again, my readings are still free for videos about 5 to 10 to 15 minutes long. For anything longer, $25 for 20 minutes, $30 for 30 minutes, and $50 for 1 hour, and those prices are in Canadian dollars. So again, thank you so much. I do appreciate all your support, all your feedback, all your thumbs up and likes and comments, and thank you so much for watching me. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much.